Alright guys, so the day you've all asked for has finally come, and that's the ultimate MRE showdown between Ukraine and Russia. I was really hoping to save this theme for sort of a post-war video, but the current pace of things, I think this war will outlive me. I have a Ukrainian MRE and a Russian MRE. This was captured during the liberation of Kharkiv, and I have several Ukrainian MREs that were given to me because I've cooked for a lot of soldiers, and they seem to like that sort of tit-for-tat type thing where they give me back one of theirs. And from all accounts, both of these are terrible. So I'm really looking forward to this, obviously. I'm going to start with the Russian MRE based on absolutely nothing other than the fact that I kind of want it off my table. I don't want to give it more screen time than is necessary. But despite my personal feelings, I'm not going to let that interfere with my judgment of the MRE. I'm going to judge them based solely on the quality of the food and the contents there within. So I'm going to keep this video free of sort of political discourse. However, the same as the canned food video that I did for the ZSU, any proceeds from this video will go to humanitarian causes, just because I will feel a little yucky if I made any money off of this. Obviously, the Ukrainian one, I have several of these. I just chose the largest and oldest that I have. Without further ado, we're going to jump in and start with the Russian MRE. To help me get through this in what will surely be the most horrible comment section that I've ever had on any video ever, because no one can have any friendly discourse, I'm going to take a shot of liquid stupidity with some vodka. Just to help me get through the review and sort of steel my stomach. Obviously, the soldiers do not and should not drink on both sides.
To the troops. Yes. Both sides.
That's weird.
But, you know, things being what they are, I'm going to do it just for myself. So, cheers guys. I hope that this is at least entertaining, because from what I've heard about these, it will not be delicious. From Russia with love. So we have a Russian MRE that was captured outside of Kharkiv. I have a second one, if you've seen it in the background, that was captured in the retake of Kherson. So, we're going to dive right into this bad boy. I've not cheated. I don't know what's inside of any of these containers. I haven't sort of watched any other videos intentionally because I want to come in with sort of my own interpretation of things. But let's just jump in. Box successfully opened. Mangled less than I thought it would be. Okay. Smells getting like deja vu. It smells a little bit like a hamster cage. Not sure why that is. I do have to give the Russians credit. This is actually really well packed. So lots of really cool things in here. So here we have some crackers. Armейские галеты. So армейские галеты. I don't know what that is. I guess it's a cracker. Жевательная резинка. So chewing gum. Gotta keep that minty fresh breath when you're getting blown up. Pashtet nizhny. So this is a gentle pashtet. Let me see if I can see the animal that this came from. God, this is really small. Pshini svinie, so pork kidneys. But I guess most soldiers aren't hired for their literary skills. There's a second one as well. Farsh kobanosy. So this is a sausage farsh, and it's got a little bit of a bulge in it, and not in a sexy way. If there's a lot of gas or a weird smell, I'm not going to eat something. So that one might be in the maybe pile. More crackers, more crackers, more crackers. A pretty heavy collection of crackers, which goes well with sort of these pashtet spreads. So logical so far. Here we have концентрат для напитка сухое, фруктовый свежесть. So this is, I guess, like a Kool-Aid powder. You would mix this with water and it would make a drink. I'll do that as well, I suppose. And then there's more of them here. Концентрация напитка сухое, бродящий. Okay, so this фруктовая свежесть, so this is fresh and this is бродящий. So this has like a fermented element to it, so it might have a little bit of a funky flavor. So this might be like kompot and this might be like uzvar, I guess. A little bit of a funky flavor. Гуляш картофелем. So this is a stew with potatoes. Sounds like a potato stew. And then here we have говядина тушеная первый сорт. So this is stewed beef of the first sort, so the highest level. Again, we have puree z yablok. So this is an apple puree, so applesauce. Ikra is овощи. So this is, it says caviar, but it's not caviar. It's more like a paste from vegetables that you like dip stuff into. Salvietka. So moist towelettes, if you will. Again, I gotta keep clean. Повидло. So a jam or a jelly or something like that. Не стерилизованный. So unpasteurized, unsterilized apple jam. I guess this is like a silica powder. Сахар били. Oops. Some sugar. Some matches. These look like waterproof matches, so that's actually pretty cool. Спички водою. Yeah, so these are waterproof matches or water-resistant matches. Pretty interesting. Not going to eat those. More sugar. More sugar. Oh my god. Military chocolate. Anyone that knows anything about the military anywhere on Earth, this is probably going to be terrible. Рис, коре и овощи. So this is rice with chicken and vegetables. This is actually really packed. I guess it's like, there's 3 spoons in here, so it's probably for 3 dudes. Okay, so this is like a little heating element, so like a little sterno stove. You could bin these up, put this little disc in here and light it on fire with the matches so that you can heat these containers directly over that. I'm going to pass. So tea, coffee, tea. What the fuck is this? Биологическое активание добавка к пищи. It says like a biologically activated addition to food. Maybe it's like vitamins? It's like a single pill. There's like 1 pill in here. I don't know if that's a cyanide capsule, so we're just gonna walk on past that one. Okay, so this is a dry creamer, I guess for your coffee. Salt, pepper, standard. Oh my god. Liquid cheese. Like a gooey cheese. That might actually be good. And again, little tablets of something. This doesn't have any information and they've all been cut from something else. So this might be like a iodine tablet or something to sort of sterilize water. I'm not sure. Okay, so we have the паштет нижний. Okay, that actually smells good. It actually smells like паштет. So pashtet is pate. Okay, take a He-Man bite out of that. This cracker is actually like it's almost like hardtack. It's more of a biscuit. And pretty high quality and it smells pretty good. So, it's looking good for the Russian side so far. It's actually pretty good. So I do have to say that the Russian pashtet is good. The crackers are super dry, but again, it's sort of a long-term thing, so they're probably designed to outlive us all. But the pork liver or pork kidney pashtet, pretty good. I'm worried about this, because whenever you see bulging, it kind of means that there might be gases being created from within, and the gases are being created by a living organism, so... Okay, smells fine. There was a little bit of gas in here, but this is фарш кабаносы. Любительский. Okay, so this is for lovers of sausage. There's something in there. Фарш кабаносы. I don't know why you would make farsh from a sausage when a sausage is already sort of preserved, but we'll give it a go. Okay, that's quite soft as well. Very benign smell. The other one had sort of a spice profile, and this is way softer. So I have lower expectations from this than the first. Ugh. 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 Ah, it's gross. Bacon армейский. So this is military bacon. It's probably a paste. All of these are probably... Oh, yummy! Get a spoon for this bad boy. This is the first one that probably should be heated up, but I can't be bothered. Oh my God, there's no meat in here. It's all fat and gristle. God, look at that. Oh, there's no meat in here. It smells like a sterilized hospital room. Nothing. It's like in the Matrix when they don't know what to program the food to taste like. I think that's what that tastes like. This is awful. It's just like pure fat. Ugh. Cheese. So I actually dig this stuff. It's like a cream cheese spread. It's sort of like cheese in a can if you're an American. Oh, this does not want to come open. To the rescue. Easy enough. Oh my. That's way firmer than any that I've ever had before. So we'll give this a go. Oh God. It's literally like Velveeta. So this should be a lot more liquid. It's like not even changing its shape. I've had Play-Dohs that are softer than this. Oh. It's like dairy fat. It's like just pure milk fat. Let's get to the main stuff. All right. So this is rice with chicken and vegetables. Again, being a little difficult. Oh, that is a block, y'all. Look at that. Ah, it's drippy. This actually smells pretty good. It's quite dense, so this obviously would be one that should be heated up, but I'm not going to start a fire in my kitchen just to please YouTube. Look at that. Rice and chicken. Put some South in your mouth. All right. Criminally under-seasoned, but it's cooked very well. The rice is still slightly al dente, so it would stand up to heating. There's carrots in here, a mild bit of spices, fair amount of chicken. So, actually pretty good. So, rice with chicken and vegetables. I guess the vegetable is just a carrot, but not bad. So this is beef tushonka of the first class. Very juicy sounding. I'm excited about this one. This is classic tushonka. So this is there's so much liquid. This is exactly what tushonka should be. So you've got that fat, it's a little bit liquid, but the meat seems to be like actually quite a high quality. Should be a bit more solid so that when you cook it, it does become a liquid. Looks good. Take a big man bite. So, it's so liquid. That's concerning. But it does smell fine. Cheers. It's actually really good. Surprisingly really good. It's not as good as the Elan canned beef that I had in my Stalker video. But this is really good. It's very unprocessed. So you see like whole pieces of the meat itself. Pretty high quality. This is good. Not bad. So that means that the two main entrees in the Russian MRE are actually super good. And now we go on to goulash kartoflem. So this is a potato stew for all the vegans in the Russian army. Oh boy. Ooh, wow. That is not a stew. That's not potatoes either. There has to be some meat in here. That looks crazy. Yes. Beef is the #1 ingredient above potatoes. So this is not a potato stew. It's a beef stew with potatoes. So it's very solid. Super solid. It's drippy. There's almost as much beef in here as the other one. But this beef has been way more processed than the other. It's sort of crumbly a little bit. Less excited about this. This looks like more processed bits. Again, it smells like plastic, you know, not really a food smell. So I do get pieces of potato, but it's terribly under-seasoned. I'm getting elements of something sweet in here too, which is alien and weird. The texture is off-putting. Even if this was heated up, this would be weird. The flavor is just way off. It's like sweet and savory at the same time, but like a blocky, mushy texture. This is bad. Ugh, that's awful. Oof, it's like homeless cat food. Ugh. So the vegetable puree, the caviar. Oh, this looks exactly the way it should. Gloopy, weird. Smells pretty good, actually. This can be very polarizing. Sometimes it's really amazing. It tastes a little bit like the sauce in a Chef Boyardee can, but other times it's vile. So I guess we'll give this a go. It's like a gloopy little spread. It's not bad, but it's sweet. And they put sugar in it or something. It should be just like the vegetable. There should be like some element of spice or something, like a pepper element. But it's just very, very, very sweet. It's not bad. It's just weird. And I don't want more. Okay, the applesauce. Ah, it squirted all over me. In America, our applesauces tend to have a bit more texture. This is something in between applesauce and cider, but cinnamon, smells good. Pretty good, pretty good. I think that it's been processed into oblivion. It's a little too thin, but the flavor is quite good. So this says to add to 200 to 250 milligrams of water. I'll just do half a packet. It says 200 to 250 milligrams. When you're out on the field of battle, or lazy and in a kitchen, don't have time to measure things. So this is the sweezy, so the fresh fruit. And then this is the sort of fermented. Shit, is this supposed to be in hot water? Damn it. Okay, so this is supposed to be in hot water, I suppose. Whatever. Yeah. Everything but the sugar sort of incorporated, and I still get a good bit of sweetness from it. I don't know if this is still a thing in America, but there's like those Mio water packets. It's like that. So it tastes like I added a squirt of Mio to this water. It's actually pretty good. There's probably vitamins or something in here. It's just sugar, basically. Okay, and then to the fermented one, which is probably going to taste exactly the same. Oh no, it smells very different. Slightly weaker, I would say, actually. But it does have like a dried fruit element to it. So it tastes like it's got some dehydrated than rehydrated fruit in it, as opposed to this, which tastes more chemical. But they're actually not bad. They're pretty good. So it tastes sort of like a sports drink, like Gatorade or something. Not bad, not bad. Now to the military chocolate. Oh boy, I bet this is a good one. Chocolate in Europe is typically better than in America, so this could be higher quality. Oh. It smells like those Easter bunnies that have like the form of the bunny, but they're hollow. It smells almost exactly like that. Like the very low quality chocolate. It's a very dry, sort of quasi-dark chocolate. And it's not bad. It's actually way better than I thought it would be. I thought it would turn into a paste in my mouth. But it's actually pretty good. So the chocolate's quite nice. And then, of course, my after-dinner breath mint, 10 pieces. This is the weirdest looking gum I've ever seen. It's so ill-shaped. It's like rave bathroom pills found on the floor or something. What the fuck? Okay, now I'm getting like a mint flavor and it's becoming gum. But I've never had anything like this. Oh my god. Okay. Ugh. Oh, what a weird color too. Okay. So legally gum, I guess. But yuck city. So overall from the Russian MRE, I would say that the tushonka and the chicken with rice were very good. This pashchet was pretty good as well. The crackers are really lacking, but I guess you need something that's incredibly shelf-stable and very firm. The little drinks, they're actually quite nice too. Can't really complain about those. Some of the other stuff is really bizarre. Like the unbreakable cheese. I don't know what this is. It's like harder than Velveeta. It's really bizarre. I can't explain this texture to you. It's almost like a mushroom. But other than that, you know, you've got some teas and some coffees and things. You've got a way to heat all this up. And a pretty compact package as well. So I would say that some of the meals are duds, but pretty broad category of sort of flavors. You've got proteins, you've got sugars, you've got carbs. The chocolate's not unforgivable. So that's actually pretty good. It's actually a pretty good MRE. Let's move on to the Ukrainians. So after the Russian MRE, for either one meal for 3 dudes or 1 dude for a whole day. Sounds like someone's dating schedule on Grindr, but we're going to transition into the Ukrainian one, and I will also refresh myself. Plus, I kind of want to sanitize my stomach just in case anything's yucky in there. Cheers. All right. Ukraine. So these are in large bags. Hopefully, as sort of packed and well kitted as the Russians. I think the Russians maybe organize theirs a bit better. Because this feels a little bit like a hodgepodge. Okay. It's a matryoshka doll of MREs. So inside of here there are 3 smaller separate meals. Okay, snidanku, вечеря, обеду. Okay, yeah, so these are by meal. So this is snidanku, so this is breakfast, and then there's obidu, which is the largest meal, and then there's вечеря, so dinner. So let's start with breakfast. What does a Ukrainian MRE have in it for breakfast? 2 packages of disposable silverware, kava, so coffee, sachar. Uh-oh. This has Russian written on it. Bad, bad, Ukrainians, bad, bad. The Ukrainian word for sugar is sukur. So some surzik snuck their way into there. All right. This did come from Kharkiv though, so. Holy shit. That's a biscuit. My God. Jeez. Oh my God, that's brutal. Kvasolya с яловичиня. So these is beans with beef and vegetables in a package. Oh God. Oh God. It's mostly beans, y'all. A spoon. It's a weird shaped spoon. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a mix. It is mostly beans. I don't really see any of this reported beef in here. Okay, here's a piece. Beans and beef. One of the beans looks burned. Who's ready for breakfast? Anyone from the U.S. South knows a can of baked beans has little bits of pork in it. Like a super low effort version of like Van Camp's baked beans or something. Maybe they took the idea from the British to have beans for breakfast. It's not very common in Ukraine, but not bad. Packet of beans. As for this hardtack, it's like tree bark. Ugh. God. Awful. I love that the salt font is like stolen from Disney. How ridiculous. Okay. And this coffee. What? I don't really drink coffee in general, but this is just ridiculous. All right, so that's breakfast. Basically a can of beans, but with, you know, way more plastic involved somehow. Lunch. As for a soldier, this is typically the most important meal of the day. You want to have like the most caloric intake, so it makes sense that this is the biggest meal. Also, a lot of the soldiers now are relying on canned foods and kitchens and stuff. So this isn't exclusively what people eat, especially not now. So this is a vitamin fortified jam. Neat. More hardtack biscuits. More silverware. Tea. Fossilized bread. A wet nap. Salt. It says, "Можливо, це перець." It says, maybe it's pepper. Maybe. Можливо, це перець. Gotta love the Ukrainian humor. So this is soup. Гороховий з м'ясом свині. So this is a bean soup with pork meat. Каша пшенична з куркою та овочем. So this is pshenichnya. It's like a wheat porridge with chicken and vegetables. Ooh. Look at that. It's like a bachelor chow from Futurama. That's how I imagine that this is. And it's just like a wheat porridge with chicken. Quite good. But there's like a lot of sweetness in there. I think that they're maybe like cramming these MREs with as many calories as possible. So they're just like stuffing sugar into things. So this fossilized bread. In Slavic culture, there's something called sukharki, and they're basically croutons. So this was packaged already dehydrated and hard. That's why it's got like an eternal shelf life. But this is probably not great. It's better than the hardtack. And you get some of this porridge on it. Better than the beans. Now, the beans are a little boring. But when you do put it on the cracker, it sort of neutralizes that sweetness flavor. And then here we have our pea soup with pork. But this is actually like a soup. So just to give you guys a look at what this is texturally. Who's hungry? Again, these are meant to be heated, high fat, a few bits of meat in here, some potatoes. Is this a dumpling? Maybe a dumpling? Potato. It's not bad. It's one of the few meals that actually has like some sort of spice profile to it, so some flavoring. Let's get some meat. It's not bad. It's really not bad. Where's the beef? I guess it's pork in this case. Yep, really good. You add the sukharki in here. Soaks up some of this. This might be the best thing I've eaten today. Got a good bit of spice in here. Good variety of flavors. The texture is a little weird, but they might heat this. I think this was probably the best thing I've eaten so far today. So, pretty good. Just looks horrific. Really visually off-putting. Slavic peoples, especially Ukrainians, are a soup-loving folk. There's some American general, I believe, when he was discussing the sort of food that they like to eat, he said they are a soup-centric people. And that's very true. So let's try this vitamin jam. Oh, yeah. Tastes pretty good, actually. Tastes like currant. It's got a really neat texture. It's very sweet. Obviously, it's a jam. So again, calories plus vitamins plus something sweet. So it's a pretty good way to deliver nutrition to a soldier in a way that's sort of pleasing. It's like tricking your dog and taking medicine by, putting it in a hot dog. Last meal. Oh my God. Thought this day would never come. So also want to take this time to give a big shout out to the soldiers that have sort of sent these to me or allowed me to take them. I've done a lot of work cooking food for soldiers and providing financial assistance and other elements. So thanks, guys. Too many soldiers and units to name, but I appreciate you. Okay. More disposable silverware. Seems the world loves throwing away junk. Honey. So as I mentioned in my Odessa video, honey is sort of core to the Ukrainian identity. Ukraine's probably the biggest, maybe one of the biggest honey producers in the world, so that makes sense. More hardtack, more sukhariki, more tea, unlabeled, probably sugar, another unlabeled, probably sugar. A lot of these, this is probably manufactured during the first phase of the war, so a lot of these could have been done in like an absolute panic because the Ukrainians really had their backs against the wall for a while. So that's where some of these come from. Kasha grechka z яловичиною to овощами. So a video from the Slavic world would not be complete without me being forced to eat buckwheat in some fashion. Now, I swear this stuff follows me. Ukrainians, Russians, all Slavs love this stuff. I hate it. Tastes like eating Groot. This is very dry. Lots of fat. So again, this should probably be heated. Take a little bit out of this. That clumpy sort of grechka material. Very little in terms of meat here. But if I know myself, I'm going to hate it. Little piece of meat. This actually seems really well balanced. Damn it, it's getting shit everywhere. So this actually seems pretty well balanced. Good amount of fat and stuff here. So lots of spices. I'm seeing and tasting lots of spices. So this has vegetables in it as well. Getting carrots and onions. As far as buckwheat goes, it's probably best case scenario. So again, if you've watched my canned food or the ZSAU video, then you'll probably know that, this isn't the only thing that the guys eat. Now that there's a lot of canned food manufacturers that are making canned foods for the front, that's sort of something that's been transitioned into. And also, like, these big giant bags became really cumbersome, and a lot of the soldiers complained that it's just impossible to carry with them. So it's also helpful that they can be divided into these smaller packages for just sort of reconnaissance and day missions and things like that. Because you don't want to cart this whole thing around if you're going out somewhere. These are terrible. More dried this, another wet nap. Let's see what this honey's all about. Tear across the dotted line to not open it. Excellent. Oh, it farted in my face. Oh, this is like... Ugh. Ugh. Oh, my mouth is watering. What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Overly sweet honey-flavored toothpaste? That was horrible. Horrible. That was not natural honey. I think, again, they're just trying to cram sugar into sugar. But why? It's already sweet. Honey's already, like, pretty calorie-dense. And, antimicrobial. Gah! That was the worst thing I've eaten today. That or the little Russian unpliable cheese. Ooh. So I would say that the pea soup is probably the best thing that I've eaten today out of all of the meals. I really enjoy this, oddly. And then I would say in second place is this Russian tushonka. This is actually like a super, super, super high quality tushonka. And I've had my fair share of them. I would say that these are probably the two best meals of the day. There are sort of benefits and shortcomings to both. The honey was disgusting. Some of the things are mislabeled or unlabeled in the Ukrainian package, but again, these were prepared in an absolute period of panic. So the fact that they exist is kind of impressive. I would have to say, unfortunately, the Russian MRE is better. It has sort of a broader level of application. It's got an entire day within it. It has its own heating element. It has vitamins and matches and things like that. It sort of carries all the comforts from home in a singular box. It's really compact. So I would say that the Russian MRE is probably better than the Ukrainian, even though the Ukrainian pea soup is by far my favorite. This is, in terms of quality of the food, the Ukrainians is higher overall. but the sort of the variety that you get from the Russian pack and the density of what's within it, it makes it better. So I would say that the Russian MRE wins out over the Ukrainian MRE. I'm going to contact some of the soldiers I know to see if I can get some other MREs. I already have a Polish MRE here. I'm getting my hands on American and British MREs, so stay tuned. But overall, that's just sort of what it looks like to eat as a soldier on both sides of this conflict, especially during the first couple of years, because now I think things have changed a bit. They've got supply lines and kitchens, and they cook things at the front better, or they just have cans and stuff, just because it's more lightweight. So this was the Ukraine versus Russia MRE challenge. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And again, I'm going to donate any proceeds from this to a humanitarian cause. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And till next time. All the smells in here from opening all this stuff at the same time is a little stomach churning. Oh.